Oh my god. Am I gonna start the stream now? It's 4:29 p.m. I usually start at 4:30. We're a minute off. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna start it anyway. What song do we have playing? Here we go. We got Garbage Day from Donut County. What? What the hell? Here, I got it. Number one. There it is. There it is. Hi. Today I'm gonna be working on some assets for a little silly little web series thing that I'm trying to reignite. Yeah, I'm just doing sprites right now. I got a ton of sketches done and whatnot. This is what the finished product is gonna look like for all the sprites except in different poses. Obviously, don't worry about it. So we're just gonna be kind of just sitting back, just working on them. Yeah, I already have a background done for this and whatnot. Yeah. For those who are not acquainted with the web series that I'm going to be working on, it's a little something. Let me tell you. Let me tell you about it. Hold on, let me. What the hell is this song? Oh, it's Terraria. You know how Terraria music is. Anyway, the web series that I'm going to be drawing for, it's called Herp Corner, right? The whole point of it is shedding light and talking about like information about species that aren't species of reptiles and amphibians that people don't really know anything about, like legless lizards, funny frogs, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Why did I Hold on. I'm actually gonna just completely remove this song from the playlist. That's kind of weird. Nope. Sure. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Anyway, yeah. I don't usually like whenever I do drawing streams. I don't usually do line art for them because a lot of my paintings that I do nowadays are like lineless and yeah. I just enjoy doing lineless art a little bit more than lined art, but it's fine. It's fine because I still like how lined art looks. Yeah. Plus it's easier. Like just in general easier. There's less stress put on like contrast and whatnot because let me tell you, because in lineless art, right? A lot of it is contrast so you can see the different shapes standing out from each other, right? But with lined art, I mean, the need for contrast is still there. There's just it's less of a necessity, because all of the different points are contrasted over each other with the line art, like the segments are kind of separated from each other. You get it, kind of. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. So lineless art a lot easier, like composition in general is a lot easier, even though it puts a lot more stress on like the neatness of it, Yeah, something like that. Yeah, why not? Let me just straighten this edge right here. Make it look more consistent. Don't worry about it. Consistency isn't much of an issue for me, honestly. Because like this, I guess a lot of the appeal of what I'm doing isn't on the visuals alone. It's more of the information presented. The visuals are just a nice fun bonus, and consistency isn't, it's not really necessary. Not really necessary. As long as we, do good research, make good points, make good care sheets and whatnot. Well, not sheets, but you get it. On specific animals and whatnot. I don't know, because, like, okay, this might be alienating to... No, it definitely is alienating to a lot of people who are just, tuning in who have never seen it in their life. Who never seen the original version of it, I suppose. Which, God, when did I make the first... So Hurt Corner, right? I started it, like, 2017? 2016? I don't even know. 2018? Something like that. It was a while ago. Basically what happened, right? It was on YouTube, and this was back when I think I first started really posting on, not first, but around the time when I was first posting on my YouTube channel. I was pretty active with it. Posted once a week, right? Which was contributed to a huge burnout, but that's something else, right? And what I would usually do on that channel is I would mostly make like animation memes and whatnot. I mean, honestly, I don't regret it. Even if the quality of the animation memes, I don't personally think was that good. It, excuse me, it really helped, like, really helped me improve when it comes to animation. Like, if you did animation memes in the past, I 100% wouldn't, like if I was you, right? No matter the quality, I wouldn't regret it. I wouldn't be ashamed of it. Even though I kind of am ashamed, but that's because of personal reasons that I'm not gonna get into that. What the hell? Yeah. I wouldn't be ashamed of it because honestly, animation memes are very, very good sources of growth when it comes to your skill level, I suppose, as an animation person. You know, really good, really good stuff, really good stuff, really quick and easy. At least when it comes to animation, like compared to doing full-fledged animation, like shorts and whatnot. It's a nice, easy source of easy. It's a good source of practice, I suppose, is the best way to say it, for people who've never animated before. You know? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. And that's really what got me into. I mean, I didn't start animating because of it, but it just contributed to me animating more, I suppose, because I had a uploading once a week kind of schedule. You know? Yeah. And I mean, even though the once a week uploading schedule was like super tiring and made me not find animation memes fun anymore, it was good for me to improve, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, right, with that schedule, once a week, once every other week, I would post a video of Herp Corner, the series that I'm drawing for right now, right? That was how my schedule was. And I mean, at the time I thought it was fun, right? But eventually, because I got like super burnt out from posting every week, right? Especially with animation content, I went on a like 1 or 2 year long hiatus, almost indefinite. I thought I was gonna just never really get back to it again. Thankfully, right? Doing Twitch has been reigniting my love for content creation. You know? Yeah. So that's why I've been doing this. There's a fan on in the other room. I don't know if you can even hear it, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's reignited my love for content creation, and that's why I'm making content again, and that's why I think I'm gonna just, you know, work on this one more time. Just for fun. Just for fun. Also, Jesus, that's a loud fan. We're fine. We are totally fine. We're totally fine. But yeah, I don't know. It's been so long, right? So long since I actually made anything for that series. I mean, the series is completely unlisted, except for the playlist, which you can find on this channel. Link in description, right? And yeah, the playlist has all the unlisted videos on it. I should probably relist? I don't know. I should probably make them unlisted, you know, just so people can use them as resources, because even though I'm kind of not a fan of how they're done, mainly like in the editing and sprite drawing department, you know, I still think they're good sources of information. Like, a lot of the information I gave on them was pretty solid, you know? Like on the, I'm pretty sure on the Motomata Turtle video, on the Bipes by Porus video, you know, all these different animal species that, to this day, right, if you look up on the, well, previously, before I enlisted the videos, right, if you would look up the species I did a video on, like, for instance, if you looked up Motomata Turtle into YouTube, right, the video would probably come up. I mean, it won't nowadays because it's unlisted. That means it's hidden from everything. But, you know, like, that's how little information exists on the species that I covered, you know? So, I think it's helpful. I think it's helpful because... There we go. Yeah, I think it's helpful because there's just a lot of information, or just... Okay. There's a lot of stuff we don't know about many different species of reptiles, you know? And I think that's really just unfortunate. Like, comparing that to how much we know about like mammals. Mammals, we know a ton of stuff about mammals. Not everything. Not everything. There's still many unexplored fields when it comes to mammals. Like sociology and whatnot. But reptiles especially, there's just so much we don't know, you know. Like so much in terms of we don't know how they see, you know, like we don't know specific what colors do they see and whatnot. It's very unexplored in that regard, for one. Which, fun fact, right, blue-tongued skinks, and I know this specifically because I have a blue-tongued skink, although I've also read it in places, don't worry about it. Blue-tongued skinks can see color, right, kind of like we do, except they can, like, in the most detail they can see green specifically, you know, which is very cool because whenever I guess a new door opens in just stuff we don't know, like information on how the brain of reptiles work, right, that opens the doorway to new possibilities of what's it called, enrichment, you know, because like I heard about some people who, when they learned that blue-tongued skinks can see green, well, green especially, but colors in general, they like adjusted how they cared for. What layer am I on? They adjusted for how they cared for their blue-tongued skink by adding a lot more things in the enclosure that were green, you know, which was enriching because, you know, adds more color, adds more things that they can see and focus their brain on, you know. I don't know, just whenever new parts of reptiles are discovered, like new facts and facets of how they work, you know, whenever new parts are discovered, right, the just it invites a lot of reptile keepers to further improve their care, you know, in many different ways, at least depending on what the new thing is that we learn, right. It's just cool. And if I don't know. When there's more resources and places to find information on animals that can help improve how much we know about them. You know, I think that's kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? I'm just saying words, aren't I? I don't know. I think it's good for the betterment of our understanding of herpetology, for me to make this small little YouTube series talking about different animal species that nobody really knows about, you know? And when I say nobody really knows about it, that's not me trying to sound like indie or cool or anything like that. That's me, like, genuinely. There are some species of reptiles, like, even now, if you look up, like, red worm lizard, right? You'll see some pictures on Google, but you'll just barely find, like, papers on things on them. You know, we have so little resources when it comes to their care, even though, I mean, nobody's caring for them in captivity. And I mean, that's good, because actually it doesn't really make much of a difference, because they're the amount of them that there are in the wild isn't particularly small. People just don't really care about them, I think. I don't know if it's that people don't care, or maybe just people haven't sat down and done the research on them. Honestly though, let me tell you. A few streams ago, I talked about how I was interested in some point in the future, distant future probably. I would like to set up a what's the word? Some kind of breeding facility for Bipes biporus, which is a species of mole lizard, right? They only got 2 arms. Mole lizard that lives in various places within Mexico, like Chiapas, Baja California, you know, other places like that. A small amount of places, right? And they are just barely seen in the wild. And you know why? Let me tell you why. It's because, right? I mean, not necessarily because people don't look, because people do look, right? But they stay underground most of the time, right? Same with Indian purple frogs. Stay underground for most of the time, except for breeding season, which is also in monsoon season, and that's why they come out of the dirt. But they're not seen very much in the wild, because they're just always buried there, you know? And that's why a lot of just our knowledge of them is so stunted, right? Because they're hidden away a majority of the time. And that's why I think, like, some kind of breeding colony or just breeding project, I suppose is a better word for it, that would be so, I don't know, that would just be really good for our development and understanding of, well, not only Bipes biporus specifically as a species, but also just you know, worm lizards in general, which worm lizards, I don't know how to explain it. A majority of worm lizards are legless lizards, which, ask me to say the difference between worm lizards and snakes. I would love to define that for you, but you know, there's just so much. There's just so much that, well, not only isn't mainstream knowledge, but also, I don't know, even like professional herpetologists have yet to know. And I'm not calling myself a I'm not calling myself a professional herpetologist or nothing, but you know, there's just a lot we don't know, and I think doing this silly little project of research and whatnot could help, because like even though I haven't 100% written the script or anything yet, which the scripts are pretty easy. The scripts take me like 2 hours or something to write, something like that. Basically, right? A part of the script is understanding what like their care requirements are based on like the species I'm covering, right? And a big part of that, because the majority of the species don't have actual care guides devoted to them, right? Available to me at least, right? Because of that, how do I say this in a way that is quick? To understand their care, I have to take the basic requirements of animals that are in captivity, that do have care sheets required for them, that are within the same areas that they're native to. Does that make sense? Like, okay. I don't know, okay. Let's say, hold on. I don't know many species of it. Okay. I know how it is. Okay, so gaboon vipers, right? We all know what a gaboon viper is, right? No? Okay. Well, first off, a gaboon viper is a species of pit viper, right? That is native to Central Africa, right? Many of the little countries in Africa within the central part, like a big strip of Africa in the middle. Yeah? Okay? So that's where they're native to. That's where you can find them in the wild. And although they aren't within the same countries, bushveld rain frogs are within very close countries, which is God, bushveld rain frogs. I forgot the other name to bushveld rain frogs, but if you look at, hold on. Oop, hold on. Yeah, and many other vernacular names. Are you gonna say which ones? Oh my god, there's another Hold on. Zimbabwe. Botswana. Yeah. Mozambique, that's what it is. Mozambique. Okay. I'm back on my trail. This will be quick. So, even though Mozambique and, say, Gabon, right, where gaboon vipers are native to, one of many places that they're native to, right? Even though, I forgot it already. Okay. Even though the place that the bushveld rain frogs are native to, isn't particularly close to the part that gaboon vipers are native to, right? It's got similar climates, it's got similar, I don't know, weather, humidity levels, stuff like that, right? Just in general, the ecology is fairly similar, right? And so, because of that, and also because of the fact that bushveld rain frogs are much more researched than gaboon vipers are, since bushveld rain frogs are not at all hostile and it's very easy to come into contact with them, right? I mean, okay, gaboon vipers aren't particularly hostile, they're just venomous. I should specify that, you know? But because of this, right, we can infer the general care of a gaboon viper based off roughly the care requirements of a Mozambique rain frog. Yes, that's Mozambique. That's the place I forgot for a second. Yeah. So that's basically how you can, I don't know, how you can understand the care requirements of an animal that doesn't have like very popular care or anything, or care sheets or knowledge on their general care, you know? And yeah, no, that's that's really all there is to it. I suppose. It doesn't really sound like much, I don't know. But generally, just take a species that's more well-known with native to a similar area, take the care, change it a little bit based on the species size and if it's that far from where the other animal originates, right? And then you have the basics for an animal's care, yeah, in captivity, yeah. Even though, listen to me, and I don't want this to be confused with me advocating for people to just go on and buy animals that are not captive bred, right? At least not, yeah, that are just not captive bred, because buying wild caught animals is very bad, just in general. Just in general, because it's bad for their populations, and the animal can usually, you know, carry parasites and whatnot, which can be bad for any other animals in your collection, you know, stuff like that. General, just, you know, most people would consider to be common sense stuff, but don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah. Oop, there he is. Hey, Starbuck. Funny guy. Yeah, I don't know, but that's generally the purpose of what I'm working on, this little web series, is just to educate people more on animals, on reptiles, you know, because like there are a lot of channels like that. Don't get me wrong. Okay, when I say a lot, I mean there are a few, like a little handful, and I don't know, love to be one of them, right? It's a pretty, I'd say, unpopulated niche, kind of. A little bit, maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty out of touch when it comes to. Yeah, I'm pretty out of touch. I think that's really the best way to say it. It's fine, but we're okay. I don't really know how to shade this face. Generally, when I'm working on what's it called? Stylized. Yeah. Generally, when I'm working on shading stylized faces, it's kind of hard for me to understand where I should like put the specific shading, you know, because if I put it in some places, it'll just look completely weird, but if I put it in others, it looks, oh yeah, that's awesome, you know. I think I'll put it like right here. Yeah, yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I kind of want to shade the cheek here, but it looks weird. Maybe I could do like a little triangle, you know, but the triangle, what's that called? No, I don't know. I think it's fine like that. Yeah, how did I shade this? I didn't really. Don't worry about it. I think that'll look good enough for me. Yep. Yeah. Generally when I'm shading for line art, like shading for line art for me takes a little bit different of a shading technique than like shading for lineless art, which I don't know if that's bad or not. You know, I mean, I don't know. I like the shadows that I do, or in this case, the lighting that I do for lined art is a lot more. It's got more shape to it, you know? Like this, it's like a triangle here, it's like a kind of rectangle here almost, you know? I don't know. And I mean, I think I should probably be doing that for any time I shade, because it looks good, you know? Like even if I blend it out of existence so it's not as solid of a shape anymore, it's still good to have there, because I don't know. It's good practice. Because like the harder of a shape a shadow is, you know, the more easy for it to define what it's defining is. Does that make sense? Like, it's easier to define volume with this shape than like if I went, whoa, look at that, you know, oh, scribbles, you know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. No, I'm not gonna leave it. It just looks better. It looks more clean, I guess. And that's not to say that like dirty styles don't work. Like, I've seen a lot of cases of art styles that have kind of all over the place in terms of the shadow shapes and whatnot. But it's generally pretty hard to pull it off. Generally, I mean, if you're experienced, if you're professional, go crazy with it. I bet your art looks awesome, you know. But I personally cannot pull it off, so I will not attempt to. At least not now. I don't know. I like how I do my art right now, so I'm happy with it. I'm not gonna take that as a reason not to keep improving, obviously, but it's just it's good to be happy with your art. Yeah, I don't know. I like shading the vest though. I mean, yeah, it's generally hard for me to capture the texture of what's it called? Different textures. Yeah, yeah, no, that's how you say that. It is hard for me to capture the texture of different textures, like jeans and whatever this, I don't know, jacket like texture, Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of hard for me to capture that from painting to painting. Kind of, and I'm pretty sure this is it. It's just because actually I don't know why it is. It might be because I don't really I'm mainly default to one brush, which maybe I should stop doing. Maybe I should experiment around with the types of brushes that I use. But I don't know. I like the look of one consistent brush throughout. I don't know. I'm not particularly invested. Is that the right word? I'm not particularly set on trying to use different brushes for one specific painting. I think that looks kind of inconsistent and weird. Though you know what? Maybe it'd be worth a try. Maybe sometime, but not now. I'm not gonna change techniques halfway through the sprite art because I already got a few sprites done. Generally, doing these, I don't know if they're called sprites or not. Are they reaction images? I don't know. I think they're sprites, right? Yeah, because they're just like little set things that can be moved as one or whatever, and that's roughly the definition of what a sprite is. Yeah, there's sprites. Yeah, there's sprites. Why not? Why not? I guess when I think sprites, I usually think of like pixel art. I think that's what most people think. But no. I mean, sprite. That's just the word I've heard a lot of people who use similar things say. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The only people I actually see using quote unquote sprites, right, and their videos are mainly commentary people. You know what I'm talking about. The people who make videos on other people's videos, refuting, retorting against somebody's arguments and whatnot. I think that kind of content is fun. I tried it like once, but then I realized, oh wait, I'm actually not any good at arguing, so bye. Didn't attempt to make any more content for that niche. Nope. I honestly, where I stand now, I probably could do it because I'm a lot more, I don't know about tactful. I'm a lot more understanding of when something is a bad argument and when it isn't. Generally, it's pretty hard for me, and I think that's mainly because like I've had too personal, too personal. Too personal. Not gonna say it. I don't know why that is though. Like I legitimately do not know why. It's just generally very hard for me to distinguish between a weak argument and a solid argument, which was especially a problem when it came to me debating in like high school debate, Was anyone else, was that mandatory for anyone else? I don't know. But for me it was, it wasn't high school. It was like junior high. In junior high, right? We had mandatory debates, and one of the things that we had to, well, okay, so there were two debates we had to do. One was whether or not, like, we should, what was it, repeal the Second Amendment? I don't know. Something about guns. It was something about arguing against or for guns. I don't even remember which side I picked because I don't really have an opinion on guns. I think they're cool. I don't know. Don't take that out of context. I don't have any passionate feelings against that. Feel free to tell me why guns are the worst thing in the world and I don't know, the devil's machinery or something. I don't care. Feel free. But at the time, and kind of still, I don't really have an opinion on that. But that was one of the debates we did, right? The other one was about whether phones should be allowed on school campuses, which I'm pretty sure What did I argue for that? Did I argue for... No, I argued against phones on campus. I didn't actually agree with that. I think phones are fine to have on campus. It's like, yeah, maybe some people take out their phone during math class or whatever, but who cares? Who cares, actually? Actually, who cares? You know? To each his own and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know why they cared so much. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Don't worry about it. But, anyway. That was one of the debates. Well, that was two of them. I know there was actually another one. There was a third one where what we had to argue was whether or not people should halt construction because of ecology. I'm pretty sure. Something like that. I don't know. Which, personally, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. But I remember I argued that they should halt construction if like an animal is in the way or anything, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Ecology is cool and whatnot. To this day I don't know what that was. Like I didn't personally care for the things that they had us argue. Probably because I just didn't know anything about it. You know, Second Amendment. Okay. Phones on campus. Okay. I think it's just. I don't know. I didn't really care much for what they had us argue about on that at that time, you know. I don't know. There could have been some really interesting things that we could have debated on. Like in class, there were many numerous times where because it was more of a casual classroom setting, since the school is very, very small. I'm talking like a maximum of 40 people on campus, something like that. It was a very small campus, right? But, you know, there were times where I would start getting into an argument, like a debate, kind of, about just whatever, you know, just whatever. And those debates that I had casually, I cared a lot more about the debate that we were graded on, you know? I mean, probably a big reason is probably just because we were graded on it, and usually when I'm graded on something, I tend to care about it less. I don't know why that is. No, I do know why that is. It's because I associate being graded on something with work, and I don't typically care about what I'm working on. Because school has a strange reputation for being boring. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because they don't let us pick our own, you know, whatevers, based on the specific, I don't know about niches, but based on the specific industries we want to go into in adulthood. But don't worry about that. I'm not going to start talking about the education system on stream. Are you kidding me? Jesus. One day we'll have an education. No, we won't. You know what? I actually was thinking, because I'm still in high school. I'm in high school right now. I think I'm on my last year. Yes, I'm on my last year, I'm pretty sure. And something I've been thinking about, wouldn't it be funny if I just did a homework stream? Nobody would care, but imagine if I did a homework stream. Fellas want a geometry stream? You can all be confused with me. What the hell are they talking about? M angle B? Shut up. I don't care about that, you know? Oh, that would be interesting. Any math whizzes in the chat? I hate that word so much. Whiz? Shut up. Whiz. Jesus. Think about that all the time. There's so many words in the English language that I just kind of cringe whenever I hear, you know? Whiz is the only one that comes to mind, but there's probably more. No, not moist. I'm not thinking about moist. Nobody said it, but, you know, it's like a weird bandwagon of people who hate the word moist. It's like, do you really, or did you just hear somebody say that they hate hearing the word moist, and since then you started saying that you hate the word moist too? Like, it doesn't really invoke any particular reaction in me or a lot of people I know. You know, there's so much grosser words. Slit? Ew. Slit? What the hell? Slit? Ew. That's just a bad word. Like, it's just such a vile word. I hate it. Worst in the world. Way more gross than moist. What the hell? Oh, the chicken's moist. Oh, you gotta dried up. I don't know. You know, that's just a word you use for gross food, but the word itself isn't particularly gross. In my opinion. In my humble onion, right? We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Did I shade everything? I think the part on the little vest here looks a little funny. There we go. There we go. That's awesome. Whenever I'm streaming, I usually have like a whole list of things that I could be doing on stream. I mean, usually I understand what I'm gonna be doing on the stream like a day before, you know? Like, last night I was like, oh, okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna do an art stream, working on the sprites that I've been doing, you know? And, so I'll get all these sketches done. And I have all these sketches done, right? All of these guys here. And, but like before that, I had a few ideas. There's a few things that I could do, for next stream specifically, right? I could do another one of these, which I'm probably not gonna do because 2 streams where I'm doing the same thing in a row is kind of weird. It's kind of weird, so I'm not gonna do it. I could do, listen to me, what I could do is I could do another stream where I'm literally just driving around the main world of main hub. Is that it? Is that right? Yeah. Is that the right word? I don't know. The main hub of a Lego game, right? Which would be Lego Marvel Avengers Superheroes 1. Something like that. Something like that, you know. Or I could play this game, then I'll bet you maybe one person is streaming right now. On Twitch, no, I don't know about on Twitch. Yeah, why not? Look up on Twitch too. See if anyone is streaming a little indie game called A Story About My Uncle. I love that game. Jesus, I love that game. But nobody plays it. Nobody knows what that game is. I've got like, how many hours do I have in that game? Hold on. Oh, don't look at that. Barney Isaac? What? What the hell? Here, hold on. Hold on, it's right here, Got like 55.7 hours. I mean, that's not a whole lot compared to like my Binding of Isaac, hold on. 55 compared to 590.1 hours in Binding of Isaac. That's really makes you think, Jesus. You know, it's not as much compared to that, but it's a great game. I love it. Got crazy history with it, and I would love to play it on stream, even though nobody knows what the hell that game is. It's made by the same studio who made, what's it called? Who made Goat Simulator, which I also have Goat Simulator, but I don't know. I like both games. Both games are good for me. Should I blend this? No. Yeah. So those are kind of the 2 things that I have lined up for future streams. I think I'm done with this. Okay. No, I'll blend this part. It's kind of bothering me. There we go. Draws less attention. Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah. Those are the two things that I have in terms of streaming ideas. Let me turn down to 45%. I don't have to be specific, but I'd like to. 45%. Look at that. Nice. Makes the line art nice and light with the colors. I just like how that looks. Like it's just a personal preference. Yeah. Which looks pretty consistent, I'd say. Oh, hold on. There's like a little thing in the mouth that I want to. Oh god, hold on. I don't want that to be there. Yeah, it doesn't matter that the line art looks weird against the mouth because it's not really a focal point of it. Don't worry about it. Remove the sketch. Save it. Save as. PNG. Sprites. 004. The only reason why there's 2 zeros before it is in case I do a lot. Because I have no idea, like, how many sprites I want to have done before I just stop. And, you know, I mean, I'm guessing after this stream, like, I guess specifically after I finish up all of these sketches, that'll be enough, right? That'll be enough for me to do the first episode and whatnot. But usually, like when I got into the rhythm of doing herp corner stuff, I would make an episode, and then in my spare time, just if I felt like it, I would make a few more sprites, you know. So there was like a few new sprites for every episode, which I may or may not do that now. I mean, I have a lot less time now since I don't know. I've got a lot more things going on now than I did back then, but you know, I may or may not do a similar thing, and having 2 zeros before the actual number of the file or whatever makes it so that I can basically do however many I want before it starts being weird in the order that it does. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter the order of things, because, like, okay, so if I had categorized it 1, like no zeros before it, 1, 2, and 3, right? No zeros. And then I decided that I would start doing that I would build off of 10, right? Then the 10th sprite would be categorized before the 1, right? Or at least it would be ordered before the 1. The one that's file name is 1. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's the best way I can describe it. You know, the ordering of numbers in File Explorer is just a little wonky, little wacky, little, I don't know, silly. It's kind of stupid. I mean that's literally just how I've learned to name files that go consecutively next to each other. I could just name each sprite after an emotion they convey, or a garble of random letters, but I'm not going to. Because I'm slightly more organized than that. Slightly. Very slightly. You know? I don't know. I picked it up from doing animation on Fire Alpaca, because Fire Alpaca, what it does, right, is it gives you the option to just automatically save all the frames, right, to any given file. And when it does that, the file name for each specific frame is 001, 002, and so on. You know, and when it gets to 10, it's 010, you know, or 011 or 012. You get it, because, you know, those are like slots for the number characters or whatever. I don't know how to describe it any better than that. I'm trying very hard. I try so hard, so fat, but it's okay. And I mean, at some point, listen to me. At some point, it would be nice to, like, do some kind of because listen to me. I've done my fair share of Minecraft streams, right? We had Minecraft Backgammon. We had Minecraft multiplayer when Pollen was there, right? And we also had that weird in-between stream where I was just messing around in creative because I thought Pollen was going to show up and she was busy, and so she couldn't, right? I've done my fair share of Minecraft. We all know this. But the thing is, I don't have very many friends. And sometimes it makes me sad, but not right now. I'm not sad because of it, right? But I would love to make more friends. And it is just very, very hard, because, like, I would like to have more people that I can stream with outside of Pollen, because right now Pollen is very busy with, like, real life stuff, and she's got to, you know how adulting is, right? But since Pollen does not have as much free time as she used to, I do not have someone to stream with whenever I want to do a stream with someone. And so, you know, I mean, okay, listen to me. Pollen isn't my only friend. I have another friend, her name is Leah, but she doesn't, I don't know how she would particularly feel about being on a stream, you know? I don't know. She doesn't seem like the kind of person who would enjoy it particularly. You know, she doesn't like the spotlight or whatever, or I don't know. not like this is a spotlight or anything. You know, you see the view count, wink. But anyway, so I've been trying to kind of, I guess, get out of my bubble is the best way to say it. Get out of my comfort zone, make new friends and whatnot. I haven't made any new friends specifically, but listen to me. Whenever somebody talks about a Discord server, because Discord, easiest way to make friends, right? Easiest. Specifically because you find other people that you have something in common with. Specific Discords you have something in common with. Then you make friends with the people on the servers, right? And okay, listen to me. I've detailed one of my experiences with that, where I joined some random artist's Discord server where it had like 500 something people on it, because, you know, they're all artists, right? We can probably bond over that, we can talk in the chat and whatnot, but when I went in there, the people were talking about, like, actually nothing. It was just word salad. Okay, I shouldn't say word salad, sorry, any people with schizophrenia out there, I love you, wink, but they were talking about things that were just very inconsequential, you know? But I mean, that at the same time, that's under the impression that makes it sound like they were talking about topics. They weren't. They were just spouting, like, one person would say a joke, another person would say a completely unrelated joke, nobody would react at any of them, and then it would just keep going and going and going and going and going, you know, with random garbles of keyboard smashing, you know, in the middle of it. So basically, that kind of turned me off from that entire server altogether, because those people just do not seem like the kinds of people I could have a conversation with. So I left, and since then, I've been looking for other Discord servers to join. I don't know if I would want to join any, like, reptile Discord servers, because listen to me. As much as I love reptiles, as much as I love amphibians, as much as I love herpetology in general, right? Some of the people in those groups are a little bit, I guess, hostile. I mean, let me tell you. In general, okay, and you're gonna have to hear me out on this full thing, because if you take any bit out of context, then it's gonna sound very, very bad. But listen to me, okay? So the reptile community in general, I feel like, attracts a lot of autistic people. Speaking as an autistic person, hold on, right? It attracts a lot of autistic people because, in general, autistic people are attracted to animals, since a lot of autistic people, right? Some, I guess all, okay, a lot, not all, autistic people have troubles with socialization. Human socialization. But when it comes to animals, right, animals don't have the same kind of societal cues that people do. So you don't need to read animals like you do people to have a conversation with an animal, I guess. I mean, you don't need to have conversations with animals at all. I guess that's another draw, right? In general, being with non-human things, right? Even a fungus is a lot easier for autistic people than being around a human person. That's why a lot of autistic people are very interested in specific animals, or just animals in general, you know. Zoology is a big draw, right? And because of that, right, there's a lot of autistic people in the reptile community. Not all diagnosed, I'm telling you, and not listen to me, and not all of them, I guess. Okay. Basically, there's a lot of autistic people in the reptile community. And the thing about autistic people, not saying this is a particularly bad thing, love autistic people, right? Wink. But a lot of autistic people, when they join, or when they're talking about things regarding their special interests, and this is me too, right? I know how it is, right? Sometimes can be defensive about things they know a lot about, you know? Like, if somebody, because there's a lot of conflicting opinions when it comes to reptile stuff, right? Like, for instance, if an autistic person knew a lot about, say, ball python care, right? Like ball pythons, you know ball pythons, right? And they liked someone named, someone under the alias of, say, Brian Bartrek, and they agreed with all of his views. They said, you know what, he keeps ball pythons in tub. I think that's great. And I have memorized all the reasons why that is great and awesome, not only for the animal, but for his breeding purposes, right? Let's say hypothetically that's what they thought. And if I came in, listen to me, if I came in with a public denouncer of somebody under the alias of Brian Bartrek, right? If I came in and said, hey, you know what, I think Brian Bartrek sucks cocking balls, and I don't like him in the ball python and reptile community, then they would look at me. They would look me in the eye. They would scoff. They would spit on the ground. They would say, "Get out," and then they'd ban me. Okay, that's a dramatic reenactment. That wouldn't actually happen. But point is, Quinn, how are you? Hey, I am Echo. We're talking about things. We're talking about things. But anyway, that's why I don't think I would particularly do well in a Reptile Discord server, because there's a lot of difference of opinions, and I mean, I'm not saying this like I don't have strong opinions on Reptile Care. I do. You heard what I just said about Brian Bartrek. I think he sucks cock and balls, but that's something that's something else, right? A lot of autistic people that are also reptile reptile people, like I've met some of them. Who will enthusiastically love Brian Bartrek, go crazy over Brian Bartrek, salivate over Brian Bartrek. We don't get along well. We do not get along well. So that's why the reptile community, in terms of searching for friends, is kind of off the table, but you know, we're okay. We're fine. But like, okay. So in any other, right now I'm okay. I'm talking about how I could, I don't know, socialize in specific places, specifically, or most particularly, or whatever, Discord servers, right? And I don't know any Discord servers that would be the most, I guess, enticing. I mean, that sounds like I'm talking about food, but I guess the most enticing for me, because a lot of the niches that I really, really like and participate in, I don't think would have people that I could have any kind of chemistry or conversation with. I mean, honestly, I think I could approach reptile keepers. I legitimately could, and just try and turn away, like turn my head, just completely turn around whenever I see any Brian Bartrek lovers out there, any Bartrek salivators, any Brian Bartrek eaters, right? That's a possibility. It would be kind of annoying, but I just try and stay away from that part of it. But like other niches that I love, like Binding of Isaac. Love Binding of Isaac. If you look on the Binding of Isaac tag on tumblr.com, right? And listen to me when I say this. I'm not trying to say this like any sort of person who takes themselves or Binding of Isaac too seriously. Okay, I do take Binding of Isaac too seriously. Let me just get that out there, right? But aside from that, a lot of the people who I see find enjoyment out of the game, which no harm to them, right? Don't really pay a lot of attention to its deeper meaning and religious symbolism, and all the specific things, and a lot of them aren't particularly Satanist friendly. Let's just get that out of the way, because I mean, didn't seem to read the part about anti-Christianity within the Binding of Isaac, but the hell? What are we talking about? We're not going to talk about that. And aside from that, I don't really have any other, like, interests that I know a lot about. Like, I mean, okay, listen to me. I know a lot about many things, but I'm not passionate about many things. Like, I know a lot of fun facts about everything. Whether it's, like, I don't know what the hell. Don't ask me any fun facts right off the bat. They're momentary. Momentarily? Eh, you get it. Anyway, we're gonna be shading this. The light source is here, by the way. Don't worry about the fact that the window is transparent. I got, like, stuff and things that I'm gonna put in it. Yeah, you get it. Anyway, in general, socialization hard. Let me actually tell you about this. Okay. So, right, my mom and me and my mom and us, right? We've been working on getting disability checks for me going on. Yes, because autism something counts as disability something. And, well, among other things, we're trying to basically make, I don't know what it is, make ourselves available to help and things for like when I live on my own and whatnot. as an autistic person, because even right now, I still need help with many things that neurotypical people can do very easy, and some autistic people can do very easy. But that's besides the point. Point is, right? We've been trying to get get cleared on disability checks, right? And one of the things that they have you do for that is, you have a meeting with a psychiatrist person, and the woman that we had a psychiatrist thing with, right? What we did was we did like a video call, right? And she asked us yes or no questions, and it's kind of like in order to see how autistic I am, I suppose. And I'm only saying that because my brother, listen to me, my brother, God bless his soul, right? he tried to get get the okay on disability checks and whatnot as well, right? But because we answered the wrong thing for specific questions, like he can do. So my brother is, I suppose, neurotypical passing to most people, right? And because of that, they didn't think he was autistic enough to be able to be eligible for disability checks, which is just completely stupid. Because let me tell you, the way that they judge that is like a short screening that's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. It's so short. And I have a problem with that because you can't judge whether or not an autistic person needs compensation. Compensation. Needs help. Just like in general help, based off of a 20-minute, whatever, Because there's a little thing called masking that a lot of autistic people do, where they try to appear neurotypical so that they can, not be judged by society too much, or get a job, or whatever. Like, a lot of autistic people have the ability to mask during, like, interviews or during school. I don't think I do. Legitimately, I don't think I'm able to mask, but that's something else. That's something else entirely, But, anyway. Yeah, so we had to kind of be careful of what we say and what we don't say. I mean, of course, being truthful. We were still being truthful, and I'm pretty sure I passed the autism test, right? Stupid. But at the same time, it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird because, like, I'm gonna go off about this for a little bit. In the test, like, some of the questions that not only she asked, but also she printed out or faxed or whatever to us, in the printout, right? There were, it was one of those tests that said, like frequently, not frequently, always, one of those little screeny things. And one of the things that it said, because this was for like 4-year-olds to 18-year-olds, which is such a broad age gap or whatever. And one of the things on the test said, does your child play with toys appropriately? I never do well with those. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how we did. I don't know what I got as a score for the autism test, but we'll find out eventually, right? But it was like, does your child play appropriately with toys? And at the time I said, I mean, maybe, I don't know, because like we were basing it on multiple things. Like, one, we were basing it on how I used to play with toys back when I did play with toys, right? And my mom told me that whenever she would get me like Barbies, the little Barbie dolls, what I would do was I would take the clothes off of them, not for any weird perverted thing, just I don't know, I don't know why, but I would just take the clothes off of them. So I guess. So we ended up saying, no, I do not play with toys appropriately. And even now, I guess there are multiple things nowadays that you could use to say that, no, I do not play with quote-unquote toys appropriately. Because, like, even though it's not a toy, right, like Gary's mod, Lego superheroes. Remember, I stream that. Whenever I play those games, I don't play them how they were intended. Gary's mod supposed to mess with the physics, right? You're supposed to mess with the physics puzzles and whatnot. The physics engine, like paint things, use sprays, whatever, distort like NPCs or anything, like that. I just drive on it and make little boxes and sit in the little boxes, and that's how I played the game. And I and the same as with like Lego Marvel superheroes. You're supposed to do the story mode. I did the story mode until I had the main hub unlocked. Then I just drove for like an hour. I just drive. I literally. I don't think that's playing with toys appropriately. I'm sorry. So I guess I passed the autism test, right? I think that is what they mean when they say that, though. There were a few things, seriously, like board games. One of the questions was like, does your child play board games? Or is your child able to play board games with other people? At the time, I thought, yeah, right, because I can play like backgammon with Pollen. Like I have fun playing backgammon with Pollen. You saw the Minecraft backgammon video. You saw it, right? But then when I thought about how, whenever we play, like, because every Saturday, right, since I live with my family, right, every Saturday we do a game night type thing, and the last few times that we've done it, it just has not gone well. It just has not gone well. It has ended abruptly because we've gotten into arguments about the rules of board games, and I think that, I don't play board games well. I wish understanding and proactive involvement of education was integrated into the world for teaching about and for the normalization of autistic people. Absolutely. Honestly, right now, people don't care. People don't care about autistic people. And come on, honestly, like people don't really care about mental health people in general. Like, I've tried to tell Jacob, hey, maybe don't use the word psycho because psycho is referring to, or psycho or psychotic is referring to people with psychosis, and then he said, no one cares. It's like, great, thanks. Also, what an asinine question. Does your child play with toys properly? Yeah, honestly, like, their whole view of how autistic people are supposed to function is so benign and outdated, you know? Like, you'd think with nowadays being more, I suppose, liberal, I don't know, being more open-minded, I guess, being, like, open-mindedness being more common, I suppose, right? Nowadays, with that being a thing, you'd think that maybe the way healthcare views autistic people and the way we do screenings for autistic people would change. Because honestly, I just wish they took me at face value because like, this isn't something that could be easily faked to my therapist, who I have like a 2 or 3 years experience with. Because what they do, right? What you need to be eligible for disability checks is you need your therapist. Well, for one, you need your therapist to give them a, what is it, like a signed letter saying, oh yeah, they're diagnosed with this, and this is why I think it's a fitting diagnosis, right? Like, that's the basis of that. And I think the whole screening thing, like 20-minute screening thing, I don't think that should be a part of it at all, because chances are, and I mean, in this case, absolutely this happened, right? My therapist did like a screening already. He did a screening already for me for like a year or two ago, right? And since then, he hasn't like taken back his words, because yeah, I'm autistic and it's pretty obvious, you know? And it's like, I wish that they put less of an emphasis on the actual screening and more of, I don't know, more of what the therapist had to say about it. You know, because like, that's a licensed psychologist that has years of experience with this. You don't need to screen me. You don't need to do like an arbitrary screening on whether or not I play with board games and play with toys properly. It's like, shut up. Just take my therapist at face value. Come on, he's awesome. Come on, listen to him. Jesus. I don't know. I think a lot has to change when it comes to healthcare in general. Am I gonna change it? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I just know that the processes that we have been, I don't know, victim to are just very arbitrary and kind of unnecessary. Look at this guy. This guy doesn't have to worry about any of that. He's in this plant world. He doesn't have to worry about any of this. That's me. That's awesome. That is so cool. How do I shade this? I think the face is pretty much like flat, right? Yeah, it's about that same kind of angle. Is it? Yes. Yes. I don't know. In general, a bunch of questions that they asked me on the little screening thing were just stupid. I mean, no offense to John questions or whatever, but those they were just kind of just benign. Like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? What the hell? Have you met an autistic person in your life? Anyway, anyone heard of Autism Speaks? Coughs green. Anyway, John questions. Yeah, the guy who invented questions. You get it. You get it. Honestly, like, okay. So I remember when I was first gonna like get a diagnosis for autism, my therapist, he said you don't really need a diagnosis. I mean, why do you need a diagnosis? You know, diagnosis is those are just words. You know, which I wonder if he's graduated out of that mindset, because I mean, yeah, they're just words, but a diagnosis is good because, well, for one, opens up the possibility for us to you know, get the whole disability checks thing, which really could help me out, like, legitimately a lot when I do live on my own. Which, here's a fun thing that I'm just gonna talk about real quick. So I don't really talk about I think at one point on stream, I don't know if this was on stream or not, Pauline asked me, she says, what does your dad do, like, as a job, you know, because my dad is still a part of my family and whatnot, and we are friends. You know, my dad and I were friends, yeah. And to that I just said, I don't really want to talk about it. And that's mainly because we've been in a bit of a transition right now, you know. And he doesn't like to talk about it, so I don't talk about it very much. But, you know, transition from job to job, I mean, it's been like an 8-month transition, something like that. And I'm not going to talk about it extensively because I know he doesn't want me to. But basically, we may or may not. The likelihood of us coming close to a new job for him is pretty high. And the specific job, listen to me, the specific job is in New Mexico. I'm in California right now. It's in New Mexico, which is quite a ways away, you know? And so we may or may not move there, which is, I guess, exciting, but also kind of makes me big fat sad, you know? Because, let me tell you, it's exciting, right? Because the cost of living there is way less than it is here, you know? In general, things are a lot easier over there because, well, for one, there's a lot less people, so that brings a lot of the cost of things and stuff down by a lot, you know? 2, it's a job, which would be great. Financial stability, great. We'd love that, right? You know? Cool. Great look for him, right? And 2, when I do actually, like, move out of the house, you know, it'll be a lot easier to get my footing, because, I don't know if you know this, but, I mean, I just mentioned it, but cost of living, California, huge. It costs a lot. Like, the apartments here, very expensive, and the minimum wage here, very low. Very low, you know? So, it's very hard to find your footing here in California. New Mexico, a lot easier. I'm pretty sure. That's what he tells me. I mean, shout out to anyone in New Mexico that can tell me about that. Wish you guys luck. I hope things go well. Me too. But at the same time, here's why it's a little bit nerve-wracking, right? And it's really only one reason. I mean, it's 2 reasons, kind of. The second reason is a lot less of anything than the first one. But basically, I have become good friends, or at least better friends, right? With the person who lives in my city, town, whatever. I don't know what it is. Her name is Leah. We are good friends, and I would like to be better friends, if you know what I mean. Wink. And, you know, it's if we moved to a different state, it would be a bit harder to. Okay, listen to me. It's easy to be friends with someone long distance. Paulin and I have never met face to face. We're friends. We're good friends. We're great friends. We love Paulin. Everyone loves Paulin. We've never met face to face, and that can work, right? But if you want to be better friends, if you know what I'm saying, it would be a lot harder, right? Which I can try and work around. I can try and work around that. You know, dude, I live in Massachusetts. literally like the highest cost of living ever. That's why we want to move while my mom keeps her job. Oh no, Leah was an IRL friend. Leah spelled Leah, by the way. So shout out to her, right? Yeah, she's an IRL friend. Yes, we met at the school I mentioned earlier, where we did like debates and whatnot. I think she was on my same team. She didn't like it. She didn't like it the same reason I didn't like it. We didn't care about the actual topic they gave us, but you know. Anyway, yes, we are in real life friends. I mean, right now we haven't actually met in person, at least in a while. We knew each other at the school, which was like 2 years ago, something like that. So, you know, we only recently started talking again, which is fun. We have fun and whatnot. But it would be great to meet her in person, and I'm kind of afraid that we will move before I get the chance to, because I'm waiting for coronavirus to blow over for maximum safety and whatnot before I actually meet her, you know? I don't know. Yeah. That kid in your debate class, what is life? Yeah, he can... I'm not gonna say that he's a minor. I'm not gonna say that. You can guess what I'm gonna say. I hate that kid. I hate that guy. I hate that guy. Pisses me off. Stupid idiot. Anyway, what is life? Shut up. Anyway, I don't know. It's kind of sad, I suppose, moving away. I could always just move back here. Like, I genuinely could. Roommates? What the hell? Anyway. not gonna talk about that. Not gonna talk about that. It's a secret. It's a secret forever. Wait, am I done? Yeah, I'm gonna start blending. I'm gonna start blending it now. Anyway, yeah, we're friends, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about her personal life here or anything, because I don't know how she feels about that. And you know what they say about boundaries? You gotta have them, right? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I am kind of excited about moving to New Mexico. I mean, kind of not also, because that's a new environment and new routine, and you know how autistic people feel about new things. Yeah. You know how autistic people feel? God, Jesus. We hate him! Pisses me off. God, it pisses me off. You know, but here's a cute little thing. My dad says there's a great LGBTQ community in New Mexico, so I guess that's cool, right? I'm not particularly interested in that, you know. I don't know. In general, it's just hard. It is so hard for me to make friends and socialize. It is unbelievable. Genuinely, I don't know how I like stream. I mean, I do know, because I'm doing it right now, but in general, like, streaming takes a lot of social skills, right? Like whenever listen to me. When I would watch videos of people who would like, for instance, Critical's video where he gifted like an not outrageous, like 25 subs or something to random Twitch streamers, or Mr. GG's video where he does the same thing. You know, people like that, when they go into random Twitch people and like gift subs to them, like in those videos they would always say, "Oh, I like this guy's energy," you know, or "Oh, this guy's cool, I'm gonna gift him the subs," you know, stuff like that. And I mean, that takes so much, like, I mean, energy, obviously, but it also takes a lot of good, like, social skills. And whenever, like, a majority of really, really popular streamers that I've seen, like Shroud and etc., I mean, no offense to them, but they don't seem very autistic at all, you know? I mean, comparing that to the amount of autistic people there are on YouTube, like, I feel like the Twitch community is overwhelmingly neurotypical. In terms of the actual streamers, not necessarily in terms of viewers, because I don't know anything about that. But in terms of streamers, very, very neurotypical, I've found. And I mean, I know why. I just told you why. It takes a lot of social skills, and social skills are not, that's not associated with autism. You know? But like on YouTube, it's a lot easier because it's a controlled environment, you know? You're not constantly going back and forth on people, because editing takes off a lot of the pressure to be talking most of the time, you know? I don't know. So like, I don't know. I guess that's, I guess I should also, I should also say, while we're on this note, whenever I'm talking to people, it seems very common for people to think I'm sarcastic about things. No. I'm not. Listen to me. Megan, Colin's friend Megan, God bless her soul, right? Colin's friend Megan, we were talking. It was through like a little texting thing on Colin's private friend server, right? And we were talking, and she was talking about something about a fighting game called Muggin. It was called Muggin, and I know she likes fighting games quite a lot, right? That's like a big interest of hers, and so when it comes to me talking through like text and whatnot, I tend to have a very strange, kind of awkward way of saying words, because saying words any other way feels weird. Like, okay. Oh, don't look at this. Don't look at that. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Like, she was talking about a specific Muggin, right? Muggin, the game she was watching. She took like a screenshot of it, and I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this game or anything. And I said, in response to that, so cool. There's characters and a little picture of a little diver hugging and petting an eel, and the eel looks very upset. Unrelated. I just decided to share that, you know. And then she went on to elaborate about the mugging game she was watching. Then I said, Megan, that makes me so excited. I'm so happy for you, right? And then we went on. She shared more screen caps, right? And I said more things and whatnot. And she went off on a whole tangent about Muggin, talking about how she's excited for it. And I said, in asterisks, clapping so cool. Which makes no sense at all. In response, she said, I don't appreciate your sarcasm. That made me feel so bad, because what? Did she think I was making fun of her for saying, like, these weird, awkward phrases and whatnot? I'm sorry. Megan? At Megan, Pollen's friend? God bless her soul, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I try so hard. I try so hard, so fat, you know? And it's... I don't know. It's just another example. Like, that was the most obvious example to me about how I just have so much trouble socializing with people, because people just misconstrue things I say all the time. So sad. She does the same thing though. Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, wait. Hey, don't be mean to funny old Megan. Hey, come on. Also, I don't think she does she? God bless her soul. I don't think she does. Does she? I don't know. Shout out to Megan. I don't think she does. Does she? Does she? I mean, she does use sarcasm. Does she? I have no idea. No clue. No clue. Zero clues. None of them. I have none of the clues. None of them. I'm not trying to be mean, whelp. No! It's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. We're doing. Just saying she's sarcastic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's sarcastic. She's a funny sarcastic person. God bless her soul. You know, I don't know. I don't really use sarcasm that much, and if I do, it's very rarely, or I do it often, and I just don't notice. But I'm guessing a majority of the time, I don't use sarcasm. Like, genuinely. All right. If I say something and I don't mean it, I always say I'm kidding afterwards. Like, that's something you'll notice with me, and I think that's to a fault also. Like, whenever I'm editing down my VODs and whatnot, I'll notice I'll say something mean, and I'll say, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I didn't mean it. No, I'm kidding. I didn't mean, you know. And I'll just kind of keep saying that over and over again. And it kind of takes away, like, the punch, you know. It takes away the funniness of the joke. And I don't know, genuinely, I don't know. I do that because I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I'm saying and think that I'm actually being mean to them. Because I don't. I try not to. I try so hard. So fat not to. But sometimes I do, and that's why I say I'm kidding afterwards whenever I did say something that knowingly, if I said it sincerely, that would be very rude, you know? That's why I'm saying I'm kidding. That's why I say I'm kidding. Even if it takes away from the joke, I think it's worth it, just so they know I'm not actually insulting them, you know. I don't know. And then there's just some things that I'll say that I don't even think will be construed as mean, but some people construe it as mean, you know? You know? I don't know. I don't know. So I've just become, like, sensitive to things that people might find offensive. But at the same time, listen to me. It's very hard for me to tell whether or not something I said could be construed as mean. Because, like... Okay. So I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent here, but stick with me, right? So, when it comes to my mannerisms, and in general how I, like, talk and present myself, a lot of it comes from, and I don't know if it's, like, inspiration or anything. I don't know if that's a thing. Personality inspiration? What the hell? I think it's more of, like, I develop the same, like, around the same characteristics and mannerisms as people I think are funny. Like for instance, like, Oni Plays, for instance. God bless their souls, right? Oni Plays. They got a lot of friends. Got a lot of friends, right? Which kind of makes me jealous sometimes, because it's like, oh, they got so many friends and whatnot. But a lot of their mannerisms and the way that they talk to each other, I've kind of taken on. I don't know if it's accidentally or not, but either way, that's a thing. That's a thing, right? And the way that they both kind of, I guess, interact, I say both, the way that they all, as a friend group, interact with each other, it's very hostile. I mean, knowing, like, I know it's hostile. I mean, I know it seems hostile. To them, it's probably just like, just like friends and whatnot, because friends do that, yeah? Yeah, friends do that? Something like that. And, yeah. and, like, sometimes a little bit of that will slip out, kind of. Like, I don't know, because different people have vastly different barriers of things that are, like, okay for you to say to them or act around them or something like that. Does that make sense? And whenever I don't know, watch any amount of, like, Oni Plays, it kind of blurs the line for me, because it's like, oh, well, these guys can say these harsh things to each other and like, laugh it off. Can I say these? You know, it's like that. And I mean, yeah, maybe I should work on that. But I don't know. I try very hard. It's okay. We'll get better at it or something. Let me see. 46, 43, 46, 44, 46, 45. There we go. That's me changing the opacity, by the way. I like to have the opacity to specific things, so it just looks more consistent, yeah? That looks about right. Is this, yeah, it's not overlapping. Okay, hold on. This is bothering me. Let me just... Yeah, like that. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. I got stuck on the little microphone arm. I'm not used to having it here. It's a new installment and whatnot. Save it as 005. Beautiful. What OST is this? Oh, this is from, what's it called? Night in the Woods, that's right. It's from Night in the Woods. I forgot what scene this is. Shout out to Night in the Woods. I love that game. Great stuff. Did I save it as transparent? Now I did. Yeah, it's from Night in the Woods. He's so much bigger. It's okay. People won't notice. Yeah. I got a few songs from the Night in the Woods soundtrack in here. I just think it's very good. I just think it's a very good soundtrack. You know, shout out to hold on. Shout out to Alec Holoka? Yes? Alec Holoka? Something like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about that guy, but you know, makes good music. Makes cool music. It's got a good little feeling to it. You know, like for stream music. Like a lot of music, listen to me. Whenever I listen to game soundtracks, a lot like Portal, right? I love the Portal soundtrack. I've listened to it, I don't even know how many times. It's great stuff. But there's a specific feeling of like stream music that I'm looking for whenever I'm looking through game soundtracks, you know? And like a lot of them, either the music is too fast or too fast or too inconsistent. Excuse me, too inconsistent with its tempo. Is that the right word? Tempo? Yeah, am I using that right? Something like that. Tempo. Yeah. But Night in the Woods, it's got a lot of really good music in there for streams and whatnot. Yeah, cool stuff. It's cool stuff. Portal doesn't. I mean, Portal. Listen to me. I'm not saying anything against the soundtrack. Soundtrack's great. We love the soundtrack, right? But a lot of the music is very. It's based on a lot of build-up, and music with a lot of build-up in it isn't particularly good on streams because it's kind of distracting, you know? But like this kind of music where it's just I don't want to say meandering, but it's very consistent, I suppose. Kind of repetitive. That's very good for stream music, you know, in the background. Cuz you just kind of forget it's there, you know. Even though it still has an impact, you know. Got a good feeling to it. Right? And I mean, Bossa Nova, that's how Bossa Nova was for me, but stop playing Bossa Nova. Well, one, because it was giving me copyright issues, pisses me off, Jesus Christ. BGM music channel, I will get you one of these days, but, right? People also just don't like Bossa Nova, I know that much. I love it, but people don't like Bossa Nova, they don't like jazz, don't like elevator music. You don't like elevator music? Who are you? I love it. I go crazy over that. Go hog wild. I don't know. I mean, in terms of things that people don't like that I'm interested in, like, fellas have ever heard about fishing? I've never fished before, but I don't know. I kind of want to, you know? I mean, not now. Because we don't, well, one, we don't have fishing gear, and two, I'm kind of streaming at the moment, you know? But I think fishing would be fun. I think fishing, I mean, I know it takes, like, a lot of patience and whatnot. Shout out to Scott Lloyd, who composed the Terraria soundtrack. Good for him, right? Yeah, I don't know. I know it takes a lot of patience and whatnot. I don't know the slightest thing about fishing. I'd love to, though, you know? It just seems like a fun little thing. You know, fishing, hunting, whatever. I've never done any of that, but sounds cool. I'd like to do more things in the great outdoors and whatnot, you know? It seems fun. Also, I can't believe we've been going this whole stream without talking about the fact that today's New Year's Eve. I mean, for me it's New Year's Eve, for some other people New Year's Day. Shout out to those people, right? But it's New Year's Eve for me, which also means it's my dad's birthday. Shout out to my dad, right? Giving a lot of shout outs today. And I don't know, people have resolutions, right? What are your resolutions? Because, like, I don't know. I in general, I like hearing about people's general, like, goals for things. Makes me inspired to make my own. I mean, okay. I kind of have a goal. Kind of. A little bit. My basic, very, very basic New Year's resolution would be to, I don't know, get affiliate on Twitch. That'd be great. Shout out to any affiliates out there. That'd be awesome. You know, which, of course, means, 1, have an average of 3 viewers, and 2, have 50 followers, so that's cool, right? One of these days, I guess. What is this? Lloyd Shelley? Scott Lloyd Shelley? This is awesome music, but cool it, alright? Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I don't know anything about New Year's resolutions. I've usually kept mine. Have I even made any? No. Yes? No? I don't know. Something like that. I think I might have made some, but I don't think I've ever really stuck to them, I suppose. And I mean, a majority of people are like that. Do I really need to bring up, like, the statistic that everyone says all the time where it's like, oh, only like 20% of people actually, like, go through with their whatevers, you know? Cool. Awesome. Really makes you think. I don't know. That's neat, I guess. This is very fast music. This is from the Payday soundtrack. I think I'm gonna skip that one. Thank you. I don't feel like any fast music today. I guess I should. I don't know. Like, I know Is it raining? I think it's raining. It's been raining here. Yeah. Like, whenever I'll open up a stream or anything, cause you know how I am about just looking at random streams within the same topic of what I want to stream that day, right? You know, whenever I'm doing that, specifically within the art tag, but also in some gaming streams, sometimes the people will have music. I mean, okay, almost always the people will have music playing while they are also talking, right? And when that happens, a lot of the times it's very, very fast. Like, I mean, even on like very, I guess, calm. Is it calm? I don't know. Streams with similar, I suppose, vibrations, right? Vibes, right? Similar vibes as this stream, you know. They'll still have like very, very fast music in the background. This is a very interesting. That's what the little spine is doing here. Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah. I don't know, they have very, very, very fast-paced music, and I don't know if that affects anyone, like, watching this stream, but it affects me. It's like, you know, you get whiplash or something. I don't actually know what whiplash is, so maybe I shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't say that. It's just very strange. It's just very strange for me, you know. Just like comparing, contrasting the two tones of the person talking about very calm things like, oh yeah, my dog just ate food, haha, I love my little Shiba Inu person, you know, contrasted with like super fast, like, oh, anime music, whoa, Jesus, calm down, you know, because a lot of the times it is like anime intros and stuff. How do you not get DMCA'd by that? Do I know what DMCA is? I don't actually know what that stands for. How do you not get copyright striked, I suppose, is a better thing. Unless show soundtracks and movie soundtracks absolutely do copyright strike you, don't they? No clue. No clue. Because if not, you know... Actually, what soundtrack would I play in the background if it didn't copyright strike me? Definitely not the Annihilation soundtrack, I'll tell you that much. And I say that because in Annihilation there's a scene a majority of the soundtrack is just noise. Like the Shining soundtrack, you know how that's just like noise, it's just noise. It's like that. Hey, oh, it's Arya Math again. Oh, why didn't I take this off the? I'll leave it. Shout out to Arya Math. Great song from the Minecraft soundtrack. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just very specific when it comes to the music that's playing in the stream. I don't even know why. I legitimately don't even know why. There are like weird things that I'm very specific about when it comes to streaming, like just in general, you know. I mean, I've talked extensively about how I feel about like face cams in most streams, you know. Like okay, most recently I've been kind of warming up to them, you know? Like, I've been more and more okay with face cams recently because of, like, a select few people that I've been watching, you know, who've maybe made me more okay with it, I guess I should say, you know? I don't know, just stuff like that. This guy looks cool. You know? I don't know. Yeah, some people have warmed me up to it, so now I'm kind of on the fence on whether or not I actually want to, like, invest stuff into getting a face cam for future streams at some point, maybe, kind of, possibly, yeah, something like that. Kind of. I've been thinking about it, alright? I've been thinking about it. Stuff like good lighting and an okay webcam, because listen to me, I heard this once and I'll never forget it. Shout out to the guy who said that. I forgot the guy who said this, but he said, like, when it comes to Twitch streaming, right, a good light and a bad camera is better than a really good camera and a bad light, or an expensive camera and a bad light, or, you know, something like that. And that's interesting, very interesting, because like I know specific brands that my family and I use, right, that pretty cheap. They're pretty cheap and they have a decent quality, you know. And the only thing I don't have right now, I mean, I don't really have a webcam, but I could get that really easy. But the only thing I don't have and do not have experience with is light. I don't have a light, you know. Like the only light I have right now is outside my window, and it's not really that much. And even if I did open it, you know, like, because right now it's 6:03 p.m., right? And it's dark out. It's completely dark out. Like if I open the window, no light would come through. Nothing. It's nothing for me. That's nothing for me. So I don't know. I don't know. And if we do move, it might change. You know, I might get into like have my setup be in a room that has a lot better lighting. You know, like by a window or something. Who knows? Who knows? But the time thing wouldn't change, I suppose. Like the when it's nighttime, no light comes in. So that's something. God, I love this part of the song. God, I love this part of the song. Let me turn this up. Jesus, this is a good song. Oh my god. Jesus. God, I love that song. Jesus, I love that song so much. Don't talk to me, I love this song. Oh my god. Jesus. Shout out to C418 of the Minecraft. Shout out to Aryamath from the Minecraft soundtrack by C418. Jesus Christ. What a song. What a guy, too. Never met him. Such a good song, though. Jesus. I don't know. I really like that part of the song. God. I don't know. I associate that song with like the super flat, you know Minecraft super flats, because like back in my day, right, when I was like what 10? How old was I don't even know. I would plan like creative Minecraft super flat for like, I don't know, that's all I would really use Minecraft for. And when I was building something that I put a lot of time into, that song would play and whatnot in the super flat. I loved it. It was always my favorite one. It's great. It's great stuff. Great stuff. I don't know. It's a great song. Great song. Shout out to C418 and whatnot. Here we go. Trying to keep it consistent with the amount of stripes that I put on the arms, and I've been consistent with it. The number is 3, by the way. Got to make it so that there's always 3 stripes, because you know, I'm at least being consistent with that, right? Yeah. Oh my God, Edmund McMillan. This shout out to Ridiculon, Matricide Mom Fight from the Binding of Isaac soundtrack. Great stuff. I love this song. Jesus, I love this song. So many of the songs on the on the playlist is just crazy stuff. You know. Yeah. Really not much to say about them. I do, however, let me tell you, I'm kind of pissed off at Edmund McMundo. I'm angry at that guy. Silly guy. I love that guy. I'm pissed off at him forever. Oh my God. Listen to me. Ed. I love Ed. We know how much I love Ed. We know it. But so it was said by him and by the staff that on the last day of 2020 they were going to like on the 32nd, yeah, 31st, 32nd, something like that. The new DLC, listen to me, new DLC of Binding of Isaac Repentance, right? That was gonna come out either today or tomorrow, right? And guess what? I checked the Steam community page for the Binding of Isaac, and you know what it said? Let me actually read it to you. Where is it? Where the heck? Where in the world? Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up really quick. Where is this? Oh my God, where is this? I'm pissed off. I'm trying to find it. Trying so hard to find it. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Cause I forgot the specific like wording that they use for. Here it is. Planned release date Q1 2021. What the hell does that mean? Q1 it means quarter 1. So my brother said that means quarter 1. So within the first 3 months, at some time within the first 3 months of 2021. Dude, come on. You said today or tomorrow, and now you're doing maybe like a month, maybe 2 months from now. Who knows? Ed, come on. Listen, Ed. I love you. I'll take everything that you say at face value and trust you forever. But I mean, a promise is a promise. Come on. Come on, bud. I love that guy. Listen to me. I love that guy. Love the game. Whatnot. Great stuff. But I mean, I'm very sad. I'm very sad about that because I was so excited. I was so excited. My big fat heart was pumping. So excited for the for Binding of Isaac Repentance, and then he said, "Oh, I mean, do we have to? You know, it's like Jesus. I mean, that could have been like an elaborate prank that Edmund decided to pull, where it's like, oh, actually, it's the first day of 2021. That's when we're actually gonna release it." And then releasing it on the first day of 2021. That seems like something he would do, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where that guy is on that. I would love it to be like that, though, because I love that game. Jesus, I love that game. And I'm very excited for it. Very excited. But, you know, we gotta wait a little bit, I suppose. How does that look? We're not done with the flat colors just yet. Also, yes, I know. Listen to me. I know there is most definitely an easier way for me to draw around the line art of the background. Am I gonna try and make it easier for myself? No. No. I don't need to. Listen to me. This doesn't take that much time. Look at how fast we did that. Can't even believe it. And you know what? It looks fine. It looks like it's a part of it. You see? Yeah, it looks like it's a part of it. You see? You see that? Okay, let me actually do that. Plus, I feel like a way that I could make this or do it so it's easier than how I'm actually doing it is I could take a piece of, for instance, this arm part. I could copy and paste it as a separate layer for all the sprites. You know, make it. Put it over, right? Put it over all of the individual sprites. Do the same thing for the microphone and the chair here. But I mean, this is so much easier. This is so much easier. All right, so I'm just gonna do this. You know, it doesn't really matter in the long run. Like it looks fine. This looks fine. You know, I mean, yeah, it limits the mobility of it a little bit. So like, I'm not able to really move this around that much. Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. It's just a calm little thing. Also, shout out to Concerned Ape, who released the Stardew Valley Overture. Guess what that game is? Guess what game it's from? It's from Stardew Valley. That's what it's from. Awesome, cool, awesome game. Yeah, I don't know. I've played it on and off with Pauline a little bit because now she has the new version where we can, you know, multiplayer and whatnot, which is fun. It's fun for us to do it every now and then. She's, you know, she's busy with things, so you know, things and stuff. Should I shade the hair that way? Yeah, I'll shade it that way. Okay. I've been consistently having a bit of trouble when it comes to shading the sprites because I don't know where it is in terms of, like, it's far from the window, so it should be getting less light, right? But at the same time, how much less light? You know what, let's just shade it like it's right in front of the window, right? So that's kind of what I'm doing. Yep. But it's okay. It's fine, because so far, I think the sprites have been looking good, you know, and things. I'm happy with them. Happy with them. And that's all that really matters, right? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Okay. So I don't know if I should put a shadow right here, or if I should put lighting here, because I don't know. No, I'll put a shadow there, because I think the vest is coming over the cloth, so it'll cast a nice little cute little shadow on it. Yep, that's how things work. Put a little thing right here. Trying very hard to give the specific lighting like a distinct shape, you know, because it just makes things look cleaner. I just like how that looks better than if it was like a messy kind of thing, you know. I don't know, something like that. I think this is better. Yeah, this is better. Let me give it a point here. recently, let me tell you, recently, right? This YouTube person that I'm an on and off kind of watcher of, right? Pan Pizza / Rebel Taxi. Good for him. We love that guy. We love that guy. He recently, like, in light of it being New Year's whatever, right? He made a video where it was just a marathon of all the videos that he made, or maybe all his favorite videos. I think all his favorite videos that he made this year, right? Yeah, all of them together in one video. It was like three or so hours long, something like that. And I was watching a little bit of it, right? And one of the videos that he included in there was like a top 10 list or top 5. No, it was top 10. Top 10 list that he made where it was of like the most weird and screwed up like Invader Zim episodes or whatever. You know. And I don't have much experience with I don't have much experience with that show. I haven't watched it. I've only watched the movie, which I did like only because of one character, and I'm not gonna say which one. What? No. Not gonna say which one. And yeah, but he was reviewing the show, which I really do not. I'm not actually a fan of the art style of it. It's so dirty. It's so dirty. I do not like the colors of it. It's kind of stressful how dirty it is, you know? I don't know. But like also because listen to me. So in 6th grade, 2016, I'm not going to talk in depth about this because I have not yet gotten over it, but there was a girl that I had feelings for who took advantage and was very I guess scarring to me in a both literally and figuratively. Literally, I'm not gonna go in detail on it, but she was very into specific fandoms, right? And one of the fandoms that she was very, very into was Invader Zim, and she like almost pressured me, constant. You gotta watch Invader Zim. You gotta watch it. So I looked it up on YouTube, and I watched a little bit of the first episode, and I thought, I don't really want to, because it even then, I just did not like the dirty color palette. It was too dirty. It was too dirty for me. So I turned it off, told her that I loved it, and that I watched so much of it. And she'd say, oh, and you know that one episode? And you know that? And then she'd go on, like, all these tangents about the episodes, right? But, like, in retrospect, because she was a little messed up. She was a little bit of a messed up person. A little bit of a messed up, effed up person. Terrible, worst person in the whole world, right? You know, something like that. And knowing like the kinds of stuff that show would pull, and I'm not saying this against I'm not saying like every person who likes Invader Zim is like messed up or whatever, because I've known some people who like the show who are okay people. They're fine. You're fine. You're okay. Doesn't mean you're an inherently bad person. But I mean, I feel like it most definitely influenced her to just be just a bad person. You know? I don't know. I don't know. But it made more sense when I watched the video on actual Invader Zim stuff and actually knew what Invader Zim was all about. You know? It kind of clued me in on, maybe, you know, I think that's why she's all messed up and terrible. I mean, okay, listen to me. I'm not going to talk in depth about this person because but I don't know. If we met in real life, I'd probably say, "Oh yeah, it's okay, I forgive you." I don't, but I'd probably say, "Oh yeah, it's okay, I forgive you." I'm not gonna talk about this. I'm not gonna talk. It's a secret. It's a secret forever. Secret lost in time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Also, here's a funny thing, right? Shout out to Relogic on who made the Terraria soundtrack, by the way. Here's a funny thing. I'm not particularly congested, which is a first. Usually when I'm streaming, right, I'll be very, very congested. You know, like terribly, terribly congested. At least once per stream. I mean, I'm kind of congested, but it doesn't count. All right, it doesn't count because it's not that much, you know. So shout out to me, I guess. Oh man, how's that look? Okay, I'm gonna put a little shadow right here, I think. And one on the face, why not? Like separating the two halves, right? Something like that. Is this jazz? Oh, yes it is. Oh my god. Shout out to jazz. Jesus, I love jazz. God, I love jazz. This is from SimCity. SimCity, it's from SimCity. That's awesome. Like, that whole soundtrack is, okay, a lot of the music I actually don't really particularly care for, but a lot of it, okay, some of it is pretty good. Pretty good. It's got some good jazz in it. So if you're like me and you like jazz, don't make a B movie. Don't make a B movie joke. Don't make a B movie joke. If you're like me and you like this genre of music, wink, then check out the SimCity soundtrack. I don't know why people don't like jazz. People don't like jazz. I mean, okay, I kind of know why. Because I've heard some jazz music that is just ugh, boring. You know, boring and terrible and boring and awful. I think my, like, distinct enjoyment of brass instruments absolutely helps. I really like brass instruments. I like how they sound. You know. Saxophone is brass, right? Oh, God. Windpipe? Is it called windpipe? Woodwind? What the hell? Why are there so many categories for things you blow into? Shut up. Nobody make a penis joke. Nobody make a penis joke. I'm begging you. Anyway. It's, yeah. I like, I don't know. I like the way specific instruments sound, and I don't know if that's an everyone thing, because if everyone liked the way brass and stuff sounded, I think more people would like jazz. Again, do not make a B-movie joke, please. But, you know, I don't know. I like the sound of this part of the soundtrack. I don't know. It might be that I associate this part of the playlist with, I mean, I have it on, what's it called? Scramble? What is it? Shuffle. That's what it is. I have the playlist on Shuffle right now. But, you know, I don't know. Usually this song comes out. Usually this song comes on during stream. And I guess it just associated with, like, halfway through the stream, right? It's like, yeah, it's like halfway through the playlist. So usually around halfway through the stream, that's when the song plays. And halfway through the stream is when the best part of the stream happens. I've noticed, usually. Because, you know, you get into the groove of it. You know? I don't know. I just personally like it. I think that's good. Here, I'm gonna cast add a little shadow right here. I've been considering doing a 3D modeling stream. Okay, listen to me. So my brother, right, he ordered a 3D printer, which is cool. 3D printers are cool. And he's been thinking, about making like an Etsy store based off of it, except I would be making the Etsy products, or I would be making some of them. Okay, so point of a 3D printer, right, is you make a 3D model with something, and usually you can use like Blender, Maya, whatever, right? You make a 3D model, and then you print it with a 3D printer. Usually it's kind of hard to make it multiple colors because, well, that's a whole different thing that I don't really understand 100%, but I do also because, you know, you put one material in, and then it prints the whole thing out with one material, you know, or the whole file, or, excuse me, the whole model out. One material. You get it? Get it? To make it multiple materials, you would need to print it out, print each specifically colored part out individually with different materials, you know, or stop and pause it to insert a different material. It's hard to explain, but that's basically that's how yeah, basically. And so we probably wouldn't make it multicolored. I mean, we could paint it. Painting could be fun, but basically he's been thinking about opening an Etsy store, and what the Etsy store sells is little statues of niche little science fiction things, specifically character designs from the game Stellaris, which I'm guessing a majority of people do not know, because I don't think it's particularly mainstream. I wonder if there are people that are streaming it right now. Hold on. You know me, I like to look things up halfway through the stream. I'm gonna do that. Oh no, don't play it. Don't play it. Don't play it. Don't play it. Mute. Okay, there we go. I muted it. Oh no, now I'm on the front page. Don't play the front plate. Nope. It's muted. Don't worry about it. It's muted. I'm gonna look up Stellaris. Real quick, just to see if anyone's streaming it right now. Oh, jeez. Quite a few people are streaming it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 people are streaming Stellaris right now. So, not as unheard of as I thought it was. But, either way, it's not super popular. You know? Like, yeah, it's pretty niche. At least right now. And we were thinking, he was thinking, I was also thinking, right? I could make 3D models of it because I know how to Blender, right? We could make 3D models of the little character designs of it because they have a lot of really cool characters, and sell them on an Etsy store, you know? Because there's probably a demand for it because a lot of people like the game. Quite a few people. I don't know about a lot, but quite a few people like the game, you know? So that could be fun because honestly, okay, listen to me. He's going crazy on that. Jesus. But anyway, God, calm down. Okay, he's calming down a little bit. Anyway, I've picked up the game. I have it downloaded. I've played a little bit of it, right, on Steam and whatnot. I can't really get into it. I mean, okay, I love the art for it. You know, the art for it, fantastic. Makes me squeal. I love it. But the actual gameplay is just is not really my thing. Which game? Stellaris. It's so basically, I haven't really defined what it is. So Stellaris, the whole point of it is you play as like an alien who's starting an alien civilization. It's not like first person perspective or anything. It's like it's kind of like I don't know how to describe. I don't know what the word is for it. It's like a strategy game, kind of. So you develop your civilization with like specific religious views, specific societal norms, specific like political views and whatnot. Alien political views. This is all like alien stuff in outer space, right? It's a sci fiction kind of thing, and you form like friendships or whatever with other nations, allyships, whatever. But like, it's very complex, and it's mostly reading that you have to do because it's not like first person. It's like Age of Empires type thing. If you look up screenshots of people playing Stellaris, you'll get what I'm saying. It's not like a traditional kind of game, you know, and it doesn't really particularly interest me because it's very, very complex. Too complex for my silly little person brain, you know. A big draw is autistic people because autistic people are smart. Wink. Anyway, but like the character design for Stellaris alien. I hope that my favorite alien comes up because there's a specific alien that I love from this game. I look up nose. Oh, he's not gonna come up. I mean, this is pretty good. Look at this character. Look at this character design. He's a snail, and he talks to you. Oh my god. He's a snail. I love this. Hold on, let me... It's like, he's like a molluscoid. Molluscoid? Like that? I mean, they're a mollusk. But like a molluscoid alien. Where is he? There's one of them that I just go... Oh man, look at this. He's got a nose. He's got a big nose. I love him. Oh my god. Jesus. Favorite boy in the world. Oh my god. I love the art for this game. I go crazy over it. I go crazy for it. But I just cannot get into the gameplay, like, whatsoever. Absolutely not. And there are more of them. People are making 3D models of them. That's awesome. That is so cool. Yeah, I don't know. I love the art for the game. Love the creature design. It's awesome. Stellaris, check it out if you like reading. If you like anything else, I wouldn't... I don't know. Cause like, I like reading, but I can't really understand what they're asking from me. It's like reading the Bible, except without the judgment. So it's not like reading the... Okay, stylistically, it's like reading the Bible, you know? It's like reading... You're reading a paragraph, but you gotta read it multiple times because you don't know what the hell they're trying to say. It's like that. It's like that, but like that's the whole game. That is the whole game, you know. And I mean, it's good. Like I love the art, and conceptually it's good, and a lot of people like it, and whoever understands it likes it. But I don't understand it. So then I'm not I'm not particularly a fan of it, but I'm a fan of the character design though. I mean, Jesus, you saw the nose. Oh my god. Anyway, creature design, very cool. That's it. Yeah, why was it such a big gap between those two songs? Anyway, shout out to Toby Fox. This is Waterfall from the Undertale soundtrack. What? Great stuff. Shading the shoe. Okay, this looks kind of weird. Let me just do this right here. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now that looks like something. Anyway, yeah, so a lot of the creature designs I could most definitely make cute little 3D models out of. Just for fun. Just go crazy with it, you know? Oh my god, I'm just now realizing, just by saying that there's like so much potential of funny things that I can do with 3D modeling. Imagine never mind. Never mind. Absolutely never mind. Oh, one of these days I'll do something funny with that. I've been going on it. I've been on and off on the idea of doing a Blender stream because I know Blender, but there's a lot of people who know Blender better than me, and I feel like if they open the stream of me, an amateur person, like trying like a monkey on a typewriter kind of thing, they would just get pissed off and be like, you know what, I'm gonna report your account. Okay, that's an exaggeration. I don't think any Blender people, they're great people. If you know Blender, I love you. You're awesome, you know. Blender people, great people, great people. Great, upstanding, God-fearing citizens, you know. Yeah. Jesus, that's kind of funny. I don't know what by the way, God-fearing citizen, the reason why I say that, like, God-fearing or whatever, upstanding God citizens or whatever, noble Christian people, whatever, that whole concept, like, came to me, like, the reason why I say that so much is because of this thing that I saw. I don't know what it was. I'm pretty sure. Not entirely, but I'm pretty sure. Who's the dude who was in, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, but he was also in, Parks and Recreation. He's a dude. Matt? Is his name Matt something? Hold on. Guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. Hold on. Chris Pratt. I was so off. Matt? Wait, where the hell did I get Matt? Anyway, Chris Pratt. Yeah. I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. What's his name? The guy who plays Tony Stark from Marvel movie. You know, I think he was in some hot water over something he did. I think, maybe, I think it was him. And in response to that, like to defend him, Chris Pratt went on Twitter, and he said, "Guys, you gotta leave Tony Stark actor alone. He is a noble Christian man." That's what he said. He said something along those lines. He said he was a noble Christian man. I think it's so funny, like. Is that really? I mean, nobody was questioning his Christianity. Like, it's just so funny the fact that he used that as like he's a noble Christian. Shut up. I mean, no, keep talking. I want to hear you talk, Chris Pratt, because like Christian man, funniest thing in the world. That's where that came from. I say it completely ironically, by the way. Christian, I don't care. I don't care about Christianity. Christianity's what? Anyway. Any God-fearers in the chat? Anyway. I think we're done shading this one. Oh my god, and what a time to be done shading it. Hold on. Hold on. Let's turn it down to 45%. There it is. Anyway, shout out to the Terraria soundtrack. Love this song. Ugh. It's 6:33 PM. You know what that means? That means it's time to end the stream. Thank you for joining me. We're done. We are done here. Join me next next stream. Yeah, join me next stream. The next stream is gonna be on Sunday. What is it gonna be? Could be story about my uncle. Could be, literally anything. Literally, figuratively anything. Who knows? But join me that day. Yeah. That's the end of that. I had fun. Thank you. Have a good night. Good New Year's, whatever. Yeah. Merry 2021 year. Yeah. Hopefully no more you know what. Coronavirus, yeah. Yeah, let's yeah. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm leaving. I'm leaving now. I'm going away. I'm going away. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm leaving. Goodbye forever. Goodbye.